Okay, friends, so let us look at how polynomials are defined on the basis of the terms, right? And what we will see is it's simply based on the number of terms. Now, the kind of polynomials that you will deal with in this class and maybe some future classes are generally 3 to 4 types. So you will look at monomials, you will look at binomials, and you will look at trinomials. Now, well, it's very simple. It's just based on the number of terms, right? So mono means one, bi means two, and tri means three. So that these names themselves are very self-explanatory. So monomial is simply a polynomial that has one term. So examples of monomials are x squared, 2t, let's say, y cube. Remember, there is no correlation to degree. It's purely based on the number of terms. You must have only one term, and it's kind of generally difficult to write a general form for a monomial. It's just all you have to look out for is that there is one term in the polynomial or not, and that's what you would call as a monomial. Binomial basically has two terms, right? So any polynomial that has two terms doesn't matter what the degree of it is, right? So if we were to look at some examples, let's say x squared plus x, or you could have 5x plus 1. This is an example of a binomial. And you could also have t cube plus 8, right? All these are examples of binomials because you have you just have two terms in it. And again, same thing in the general form, you just basically have to look out if there are only two terms. That's the main thing you need to look out for. When we look at the trinomial, tri means three, so any polynomial that has three terms is known as a trinomial. So what it means is basically right. Let's if you look at the examples, we have on all the polynomials that will have three terms. So x cubed plus x plus 5 is an example of a trinomial. You have t cubed plus t square plus t is a trinomial, and you could think of more examples on your own, right? So in general, the general form, you will just look out for three terms in the polynomial, right? Now, again, when you look at monomial, binomial, trinomial, you might wonder, what would you call a polynomial which has more than three terms? Well, it's very simple. It is actually a polynomial, right? Poly means many, right? Polynomial. Poly means simply many, right? In fact, monomial, binomial, and trinomial are a special type of polynomials with 1, 2, and 3 terms, right? So you can say that a polynomial is simply an algebraic expression which has n terms, right? Where n is actually a whole number, right? So you need to have some, it cannot be a negative number, it has to be a whole number. That's the whole thing. So that was all about monomials, binomials, trinomials, and a polynomial.